Hi, I'm Catherine Austin, and welcome again to Living Karma Yoga. This is a show where we celebrate all that the yoga world has to offer, from postures to music, mantra, meditation, travel, cooking, and so much more. You know, yoga for 1 hour just isn't enough in today's busy world, so we want to help you take your yoga off the mat and into your life as well. I hope you find here many tools to help you live the life you deserve. And that's a life where you can literally vibrate love, joy, fulfillment, and abundance in all forms. Thanks for joining us today. I'm really excited about our segment. I'm bringing in my friend and my stylist, Jessica Kosick, and she's joining us today to really translate, for instance, the energy that we learn a lot about with yoga into our wardrobe and how much that affects how we feel and look about ourselves. I want to tell you a little background. Well, first I'll say hi, Jessica.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Jessica came into my life at a really powerful time when I was making a big change. I was going through a divorce, and I just felt, as many women do at that time, that I needed a makeover in my closet, especially because I moved from my house. And when I moved all my wardrobe over and set it up in a new closet, I really got to look at it and go, ugh, this is just not representing me anymore. And I wanted to work with someone like you to help me just freshen things up and feel good about myself again.
Right, absolutely.
But you stumbled onto me through a girlfriend who I just noticed was dressing different. It's like she was always put together and her outfits were amazing. And I watched her go from her yoga practice off to her job, and I thought, who's dressing you, or where are you shopping? And she gave me your name.
Yeah, so you called me in.
Yes, and you're like the closet queen makeover. And I remember when you first went through my closet, and that's where we began, and you can talk about this today, the whole procedure, but just to introduce you a little bit, you came into my closet, which is so funny, and said, how are you dressing? All you have is yoga wear and clothes from India. And then you even said, and we live in Michigan, like there's nothing warm in here. You look like you live in California.
Right, right.
So I needed a lot to really start over again, and you can talk about that later in the show, how you helped me transition everything from work to daily living and stuff. But let's start with who you are and like, how did this all begin, your interest in helping people raise their vibration and illuminate themselves, just like I do with teaching yoga, I help others. Where did it begin, like way back in childhood?
Well, I think like at a young age, I just was really always interested in fashion. I remember playing with my dolls and thinking of different outfits to put on them.
Love it.
That, you know, of course, it wasn't used to make them feel good, but for me to feel good about their cute outfits. And then I would constantly sketch little outfits and little designs that I thought, you know, might work for them. And so obviously I started having fun with that. And then I became a personal shopper at Marshall Field's about, 10 years ago, I'd say. And then went over to Saks. And then after the birth of my second child, I decided to freelance and really hone in on my individual clients and their closets and what really works best for them.
So as a personal shopper, is that different than what you did in a store versus what you do now?
I mean, as a personal shopper, I really had to focus on the stores that I was, you know, employed by. So as a freelance stylist now, I can shop in many different stores and many different boutiques and, you know, many different stores that work specifically for each individual client.
Right.
So it's a lot better.
And you kind of have a core of clients, right?
Yes.
But always open to taking on more as well.
Of course,
Right,
of course. I mean, I love to help people and love to make them not only look good, but feel good and help them out.
I love, and I'm just constantly amazed about how I've been working with you probably almost 4 years.
Yeah.
And you know everything that's in my closet. You have the most amazing memory.
I know. I have a photographic memory, so I sort of know what's going on in each of my clients' closets, and of course, you guys always know that you can call me up and ask me what to wear to certain events and, you know, certain parties, graduation party that you just had for your son.
It's so great.
So, yeah.
Because you always remember, you're like, oh, well, these shoes with this top and this jewelry. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Because that's never been a strong thing for me. I don't know why. I just never got into dressing and clothing and all that. So I needed help in that department.
Yeah, and the complete outfit. A lot of people have different items in their wardrobe, but they don't have that complete outfit to make themselves feel their best in certain situations.
Right. And then I found that, what was I doing? Living in yoga clothes all the time.
Yeah.
And that's not really what I want to present to the world. That's not even how I feel, but I didn't know what else to do.
Well, you had your yoga clothes, you had your pieces from India, and I think at first we actually started to incorporate the two. I mean, we started to put little Indian dresses or things that you've gathered from your travels over your yoga wear and put it with a cute like gold flat. And we definitely utilized your beautiful jewelry from India to make it more you and not so active per se.
Right. I love how you translate who I am and my lifestyle into anything I wear.
Yeah, and that's my goal for everybody.
Right.
And all of my clients are complete individuals and are unique in their own way. So what works best for you may not work best for you know, someone else.
And I'm really probably a really unique client, right? I think you said that once.
Definitely.
I don't come from the same 9 to 5 type of
and
job.
I love it because I've definitely learned tricks from all of my clients too. I mean, if I'm out working out and I need to go pick up the boys or look cute, you know, my boys at school or look cute, I just throw on like a trench coat or something like that and a cute flat. So I definitely learned from you guys also.
And I love that I brought you back that caftan from India.
I wear it.
So now you're wearing that.
I wear it and I promote it to my other clients because I just love that I can throw that on when I get home from a long day and still feel feel glamorous and comfortable at the same time. So
okay, so when someone is ready to work with you, take us through how the business starts. You know, maybe you start with their closet. So take us through that.
So my business usually starts when the new clients call me because they're feeling completely overwhelmed at the abundance of clothing that they have acquired over the years. So they have closets filled with clothes that are either old, out of date, or might just not fit their body type or lifestyle any longer. And with our hectic lifestyles, they don't have the time, energy, or know-how to even eliminate these items. And eliminating these items and not feeling so clustered would definitely lessen the stress of what to wear on a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was my story.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we get bogged down with anything that accumulates and gets piled up. It becomes completely overwhelming and unmanageable and a bit depressing, actually. So then that's when I'm called in for the closet inventory.
And that takes, what, like a couple hours?
The closet inventory, yeah, a couple of hours. And I always warn people at first, I'm a bit relentless because I go in and definitely rid these items from the closet. They're not necessary anymore. They're not applicable to their lifestyle. And a lot of people find this cleansing process great. They're ready for it mentally.
I was.
Yeah, absolutely. And others absolutely hate the process. And they literally have to leave the room in order for me to do it. They don't want to let go, but they know it's necessary for me to do this in order to achieve our goal of this, you know, unified, decluttered closet.
Sounds like a yoga class. I see that on the mat all the time. People that are afraid to let go, so they're just kind of really holding back.
It is.
They don't want to feel too much. And clothing is such an emotional attachment,
It's an emotional thing. They, like, a lot of my clients, I can see them breathing, like doing some breathing exercises. Some of them might have a cocktail in hand to help ease the pain. But in the long run,
attached we are.
Yeah, in the long run, they're thrilled with the outcome because going into their closets and seeing an abundance of things is just too much for them.
And we can't do it ourselves. Seriously,
can't do it yourselves.
We need somebody to help us.
Absolutely,
because we are too attached to these old things that we haven't even worn, or maybe I'll wear it in 10 years. You know,
even if they're ready to do it, they need someone to bounce the idea off of, and that's why I'm there also.
All right. So after closet inventory, you're also making lists, aren't you?
Well, during the closet inventory, as well as getting rid of these items, I'm also taking inventory of the good pieces that they have in their closet, which they might not be wearing, because frankly, a lot of people have a lot of individual pieces in their closets, but they don't have a complete outfit.
Right.
So that's my goal, is to focus on these individual pieces and make a complete outfit through either items in their wardrobe already or through our fun shopping trips.
Right. So whether it's shoes, accessories, belts, tanks,
belts, yeah.
Undergarments, all those things make it easy
jackets,
to get dressed.
Yeah. And then once we have these complete outfits, that's when it leads to like this cohesive wardrobe for their, individual lifestyles.
And it's made such a difference for me because I'm so busy and I'm traveling all the time. So that you taught me how to get all the pieces I needed, now I can easily put things together and get dressed and pack for 3 trips at once. In fact, I'm packing now for 3 different trips.
Absolutely.
And I couldn't do it before because I didn't have that vision. I didn't see.
I mean, that's been a process. And I do pack for my clients too for their trips, but the more we pack, the more we spend time together, and you understand,
you learn
what we're thinking together, then you can eventually do it on your own.
It's like learning the yoga poses. Oh my gosh. See? So the cleanse, let go, lightening the load, the stress of this. Then we meet you for shopping, or how does that work?
Well, we meet for shopping for sure, but during the inventory process, I definitely ask tons of questions and do a lot of listening to my clients in order for me to ensure that I understand what they truly want to portray in their image and style, and what really works for their lifestyle and the things that they're involved in through work, family, fun.
Right.
Yeah. So I gather inspiration from lots of magazines, and I go to my favorite boutiques and shops and gather outfit ideas to apply to their specic style and image.
You do a little research first before you meet them.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, of course, we meet at different shops, whichever ones I think work for their lifestyle. And as you know, we meet right in the fitting room. I don't shop around with you guys because that becomes too stimulating and too overwhelming. So we meet right in the fitting room, and we try on our clothes, and I tell you if it works or if it doesn't.
Oh, that takes such a load off, because I don't like to shop.
Yeah,
and I always was buying the wrong things. That's what I learned from you in my closet inventories. I'm not buying the right things for my body type or whatever.
Right, and
so
that's what ends up in your closet, sitting in there.
And that to me is way more costly than someone cutting through all that and pulling the right things for you.
Absolutely.
And then we have to say, oh, no, I not care for that, or no, I do like that. And you totally work within everybody's budget, right?
I work within people's budget, absolutely. There's so many different stores and shops out there that we have so much at our fingertips now. Yeah,
so you can dress anybody from Kohl's all the way up to Neiman Marcus,
absolutely,
wherever they want to shop.
Absolutely.
Which is fantastic. I've met you in Marshall's tons of times.
Yeah.
We've
gotten some great purses there and some great tops. Absolutely.
And you just kind of work with them season by season, or as much as they want, or as little as they want?
Season by season. Fall, winter is one of my busier times because I need to get the fall, winter wardrobe together for my clients, and then spring for spring, summer. So, of course, I meet for, an outfit here or there, but really the bulk is wardrobing for seasons.
And I know once you got me kind of like really a good inventory back built up, and it took time.
It's a process.
Yeah, and I'm not going to spend a lot of money all at once. I could just, do a little bit at a time per season.
Absolutely.
Then you got me, over several years, a nice, solid, foundational wardrobe. We just add little things now, here and there.
We add little things. As a stylist, I tend to be attracted to pieces that are transitional and stylish and hold their character for a long time.
Right.
I mean, of course, we can pick up a trend here and there, but a lot of my pieces that I get from my clients are in their wardrobes for a very long time. And then we just maybe spice it up from season to season with different accessories.
And I love how most of the things you've picked for me, the basics, the pants, the jeans, the tops, all you do is switch them out in the summer with a different shoe or a boot in the winter.
Absolutely.
That is incredible.
I'm really attracted to pieces that you can wear all year round and just switch it up, and I'll show you from my wardrobe how you can switch up something from summer to winter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're ready for that. I'd love to
Yeah,
move into that
yeah.
piece.
So I'm going to show you a couple of things from my wardrobe that just work with my lifestyle. So as well as being a freelance stylist, I'm also a mom to 2 boys. So you can often find me in their school helping out, or on the or at soccer games, baseball games, basketball games. So my uniform really consists of a pair of jeans. I'm constantly in jeans, obviously, and then I switch it. I pair it maybe with a simple T-shirt. A lot of people would stop here, maybe put a cute sandal with it. But for me to feel my best and feel like I look my best and feel my best, I tend to layer it with a lot of jewelry. This is another easy thing that I do, and that I tell people. I tell you, I think you have the same thing, like a simple necklace that you can put on every day and not even worry about other accessories if you don't want to. That's so simple and so easy, or a pair of earrings. So I layer it with different pieces of jewelry, and maybe, since I'm such a short girl, I like to pair it with a little bootie so that
Well, jewelry actually holds a lot of energy. We know this in the yoga world. So the minute you're increasing the jewelry, especially for women, you're increasing your feminine energy.
Yeah.
So you're getting a little more balance in the feminine, masculine energy of all of us. And all women need that. Sometimes we can be too much in the masculine side, work, 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 work.
Yeah.
And we need to nurture that feminine side.
Yeah, and it's just a couple of necklaces, but it dresses it up a little bit and, adds a little interest. Well, in Michigan, you can never have too many coats, so I'm constantly, I think we've gotten you a lot of coats for the
I didn't
different
realize
seasons.
how much you need them. I was just, again, wearing one thing all year round.
And the outerwear is just as important as what you're wearing underneath, because in Michigan, you're wearing it so often. So it needs to go with, your style with the other pieces.
Right.
So I'm constantly in this cargo jacket in the springtime, the pair of jeans. I definitely like to have my evenings out with my hubby, so I can pair it with a pretty, silk top or something.
Presto changeo.
Definitely. And then instead of the bootie, we can put it with a, high-heeled shoe to be a little
changing
sexier.
a basic jean.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to get the most bang out of what you have in your wardrobe already.
Right.
Instead of the cargo jacket, maybe put a cute leather jacket over it. And then, so that's kind of what I do with the kids, maybe a date night with my husband. I might switch it up a little bit for my meetings with my clients. I'm really loving these patterned, flowy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think you've probably inspired me to go into these flowy pieces.
Everybody's
definitely.
going flowy.
Yeah,
They hang with me.
The boho chic look is just so gorgeous. You wear it so well. So I love the skirt and these wide leg pants.
Oh, I thought that was the skirt.
Wide leg pants.
Love it.
So it's comfortable and chic at the same time. And then maybe dress it up with a little black tank top and another statement necklace. This, like I was telling you before, I love pieces that you can wear all year round. So, this skirt paired with this white blazer, a white blazer like yours for summertime is completely doable. And then for wintertime, of course, my staple black blazer that you often see me in. So those are just some great pieces. Again, with the coats, you got to have a cute little leather, some sort of rocker jacket. Works for me. It can be thrown over jeans or with any of these skirts. And then this is kind of what I was talking about. If I'm in my yoga wear or active wear and I need to throw something over it, I tend to throw a trench over it and put a flat on, and people have no clue that I was just working out.
Right, exactly. I love that.
Yeah. So that's what works for my lifestyle.
Right. And you work with all shapes and sizes of women and men.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you don't have to be tiny. You're tiny. We're small, but you can work with everybody and have beautiful.
Of course. I mean, my goal is to work with everybody's body type and lifestyle.
Right. And then I've even had you work with my son, I gave him the gift of, he needed, birthing into working world and all that in his late 20s, and just how to put things together a little more easily.
And I love the different types of jobs that my clients have and where they are in their life. I love working with them. Your son was a doll because, that was his first job, and we needed to spruce him up. But he was in advertising, so I could have a little more fun with that.
Right, he could be more creative with his wear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I know some of your clients have gifted their husbands like an hour with you or a couple hours with you.
I think I have one coming up.
I think that's great. I love giving you as a gift. Who doesn't need this help?
Well, thank you. No, I think that a lot of people maybe don't think of it, but then once I'm involved in their life, then it makes it just a little bit easier.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about what you did with me, because this is Living Karma Yoga show, and a lot of our students are always in their yoga wear. And how did you work with me to help me maybe go teach a class or take a class and then go off to a meeting or go off to shopping some errands?
Right. Well, you were in active wear, which was sort of like a tank top and a pair of leggings of some sort. And I can't remember at the time what the shoes that you were wearing. A lot of people do put on like an active gym shoe, right? So if you wanted to run errands after that, I mean, how much cuter would it be if you had a cute little gold flat or a gold sandal and then put a cute jacket over it? We incorporated a lot of like tighter fitting dresses or tunics that you could wear over the leggings and layered your jewelry, and that was it.
Or sometimes you got me like a flowy top.
Yeah, a flowy top.
Right. And then
depending on the season,
And then I transitioned a little bit with you as I found even, it's just the way yoga is. It helps us to constantly evolve. So I was finding all of a sudden I wanted to be more and more flowy fabrics, maybe not so tight fitted.
Yeah, it was your yoga and it was your trips to India, I think, that inspired you. So the flowy pants, the flowy skirts, and you realized that you didn't need to teach yoga just in your active wear.
Right,
you know?
When I wasn't teaching, I was practicing, that's different. But when I'm teaching, I realize I don't need to be in active wear because I'm not doing the practice when we teach yoga.
Absolutely.
Right.
So you could be more in, I'm not going to call it streetwear, but it was a little more.
Well, I feel a little more professional when I come in to teach. But it's because it's yoga. I'm certainly not wearing a business suit.
Right.
But what feels more up-leveled for being the teacher.
Yeah, and it definitely coincided with your persona.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's who I am, too. I'm not trying to be somebody different. So I really love that you got me and who I am and just the lifestyle I lead, yoga, meditation, India. I mean, just who I am.
Yeah.
And you translated that even into a dress for graduation or something where I was going to somebody's wedding. I'm still not wearing the same typical, perhaps, outfit that some others might be wearing.
Absolutely.
Because you just keep it about me.
Well, and that's what makes my job interesting. And it keeps me inspired. I mean, my clients also inspire me, so it's a win-win.
I love it. So let's talk a little bit about, because one of the reasons I brought you on is how you help a client with the dressing, with the closet inventory. How does it affect somebody energetically? How do you see someone change inside out?
Oh my gosh.
Just from what they're wearing.
Absolutely. I mean, my goal for me is to not just make people look good, but feel good about themselves. And I think honestly, the better we look, the better we feel. It may sound superficial, but it's true. We all love positive affirmation and good vibes from people, and when we're receiving these compliments on our image, it definitely internalizes and boosts our self-esteem and makes us happy and more confident. So
I don't think it's superficial at all, because this is a beautiful, we call in yoga a divine body, and we are adorning it and we're celebrating. And in yoga we talk about that it's all about being beautiful, bountiful, and blissful, and enjoying our life, getting rid of the stress so that we are way more radiant, happy, joyous, free, healthy. And so why wouldn't we want to amplify that with the external as well? If we're doing it for the reason of always just making someone else make us feel better, that's different. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And like I said, I feel, for me even, if I love my outfit or I'm having a good hair day or whatever, I just feel good. And it just makes my day a little easier.
Exactly.
And I also think
I
that,
don't think anybody would deny that.
yeah, and a cohesive wardrobe, to have that consistently, just puts us at ease and helps our day-to-day routines even go a little bit better.
What's actually more stressful than trying to get up every day and figure out what to wear?
Right.
And a lot of people get stressed out about that.
Right.
And so then they just throw on jeans and a sweatshirt because they don't want to deal with it.
Completely.
And if they did feel the energetic effects of dressing differently and how much that shifts how they feel, they would think differently, I think,
I mean, it's a process, and I think that the more people get involved in what I do for them, it definitely...
It lights them up.
It lights them up, and then they just never want to go back to that place.
Right. I'm so happy.
Ever. I mean, we're constantly doing closet inventories. I mean, you and my other clients, it's a continuous thing.
Yeah, because one maybe I evolved, and the next year I'm not wearing that anymore.
Right, absolutely. So we're constantly like shifting our ideas, maybe tweaking them a little bit.
Right.
To go with your...
Let's briefly talk about color, because we're going to have to wrap it up a little bit. But in Kundalini yoga, for instance, the tradition actually is to wear white. And the reason being is white has the most energetic frequency or vibration from it. It's a combination of all the colors.
Really?
So it radiates out your auric field or your energy field up to 9 feet. You are brighter, lighter, more illuminating when you're wearing white. And a lot of people just like, oh my God, white, because so many people are black, black, black.
Yeah.
Right, which is lovely. But they're like so afraid to even wear color or white.
I know.
So we just have a couple minutes left. So talk about how colors, what you were telling me about the red. And
yeah, absolutely. I think that we're drawn to colors that sort of coincide with our personality.
Yeah.
So, you know, red is one of the more obvious colors. I mean, that's a really like powerful color, and people wear it often to draw attention to themselves. It's a great date night color because, of course, we think of love and romance.
And they always wear that on TV, right? It pops on
yes, it definitely
television.
pops on TV. You know, some other colors, yellow is a very cheerful color and might brighten our mood a little bit. Blue is a more calming color, and we might use it sort of like maybe in a stressful situation, we might wear it to maybe calm ourselves down. Black, my go-to color, black. Classic color, and but it's great like interview color also because it definitely kind of shows like a responsibility and maybe a bit of a seriousness. I tend to wear it for fun too, maybe sort of like a rocker edge look. And then white, which you of course look gorgeous in, and the neutrals and the golds, simplicity, you know, cleanliness, and just a great, well, it reminds us of like summer days and not so like heaviness.
Love it. Well, we have to do a whole nother show on the chakras because the chakras have all that colors associated with them, and that's why I often wear color as well. So that's a whole nother show.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us today. I want to thank you for joining us. Jessica will put her website information on the show for you. Join us at karma-yoga.net, and see you next time.